Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer Whitaker, trauma specialist, empowerment strategist, resiliency trainer, and I'm back again today, not to talk about any of that, but to talk about a personal practice I have in my life, which is living in harmony with the moon, the sun, the cycles of the sun and the moon, and the seasons of nature in accordance with the Old Farmer's Almanac, which is how I was raised. So today's topic is June's full strawberry moon. And June's full strawberry moon is going to peak at its fullest at 2:40 p.m. Eastern Time, June 24th. So that's going to be mid-afternoon for those of us in the Eastern Time Zone. So we're not going to see it, but we're sure going to feel this one. There are several other names that this moon goes by. Strawberry moon for obvious reasons, and all of these names for all obvious reasons, because the names given to the moon have to do with what's happening in nature on the earth. So strawberry moon, it's the time of year when strawberries come into season in North America, which is why that's the dominant name in North America. It's also referred to as the berries ripen moon, the rose moon, the hot moon, the blooming moon, and the green corn moon. And green corn is when the corn is young and tender and just really sweet and succulent and great to eat. In Europe, this moon is more likely to be known as the honey moon or the mead moon. And that takes us into some fun folklore because we all know that June is a popular time for brides to want to get married. Well, June is traditionally a popular month for marriages. One of the main reasons or myths behind it is that June is named after Juno, who is the Roman goddess of marriage. So that's one aspect. But let's bring the moon into it because that's another aspect that most people don't know about. So it's been said that a growing moon and a flowing tide provide a lucky time to get married. And this is the time of year when we have a growing moon in June and a flowing tide. So you get the full moon, the growing moon, that time of the year where everything's starting to come into season. And that provides a lucky time for brides and grooms to get married, to have a lasting marriage. Now, in traditional folklore, it was stated that the wedding should be before the full moon, and that's because following the marriage comes the honeymoon or the June full moon. So early in June is the most popular time of year for brides to get married, and in particular before the June full honeymoon or the mead moon or the strawberry moon, whatever you want to call it. Now, let's go on and talk about some other stuff because the folklore is fun. But what does this moon mean to each of us personally? Well, remember in the past, I've said that at each full moon, the moon makes its way through all 12 zodiac constellations in a month's time. And the sun makes its way through all 12 zodiac constellations in a year's time. So at this particular full moon, we've got the earth in the center, the sun over here. The sun is in the sign of Cancer right now, and the moon is going to be in the sign of Capricorn. But I'm also going to talk about Sagittarius because just hours before the moon moves into the sign of Capricorn, right before it peaks. It's just hours after it moves out of Sagittarius and into Capricorn. So Sagittarians are really going to feel this too because it moves out of Sagittarius so close to the peak. So we've got Cancer over here and Capricorn and Sagittarius over here in opposition, mainly Capricorn, but Sagittarius is going to feel it too. And remember that each zodiac constellation influences a particular area or part of the body. Cancer influences the stomach, the mucosa, the breast, the womb, and the ovaries. Capricorn influences the backbone, the joints, the knees, skin, and hair. And Sagittarius influences the liver, hips, thighs, and sacrum. So with all of these areas, and what's important to remember, everything that I listed, what's important is that we can get back into some movement. And these are all parts of the body that are really going to benefit from movement and flow, energy flow, physical movement, all of that. And now that the stillness of the eclipses are behind us, because the eclipses really put us into that stillness to go within and do a deep dive. We're out of that season, and now we can get back into some momentum again. But what's important with the movement, if you incorporate, and I do recommend it, incorporate movement into your moon ritual, make it mindful movement. So whether it's dance or walking meditation or Tai Chi or Qigong, even going to the gym, the movement of working out and doing the repetitive, like bicep curls or squats or lunges, whatever that is, expressive, interpretive movement. There's so many different ways you can incorporate movement. Whatever it is, take a few minutes, zone out, and don't listen to the music, tune out the metal, and go within and just ask yourself, what am I noticing on the inside as I do this movement? What am I noticing on the inside as I slowly just slow down my walk outside in nature? And I notice my feet making contact with the ground. I notice what I'm experiencing on the inside as I do my bicep curl or as I do my Tai Chi or walking meditation, whatever that is. Focus on the inside for a few minutes and find that alignment space between what you're experiencing on the inside and the movement that you're presenting on the outside. It's also a great moon to incorporate those little magical spaces into your life. So if you don't have little areas or little spaces in your life where you can just have things or those little pauses that bring you back to yourself, this is a great time to get inspired to start putting those little magical places in your home, your office, or your car. And I've got one behind me because I just love looking at this. I love ravens. I love skeletons. I have all these fun things that are in my space, jaguars, the moon. It's all here. And finally, this is a great month for basking. Put basking into your rituals. You might bask in an Epsom salt bath. You might bask in the flavor of each bite of dinner or dessert or each sip of wine. You might bask in the sunshine, or better yet, bask in the light of the full strawberry moon. I hope you go out and enjoy this one. And please don't forget to join us on Clubhouse for a conversation in the Moon Rituals for Anyone room. Look below and you will find a link where you can join the room on Clubhouse. You can follow the Feeling Good Club. And please join us because we do these rooms twice a month, once for the full moon, once for the new moon. And we're flexible. I always do the Moon Rituals for Anyone room on Clubhouse within a couple days of the actual event. So we can get into that habit of staying in flow with the seasons and cycles of nature. And the moon does not live on an every third Tuesday of the month sort of schedule. So let's get used to that flow. The room in Clubhouse is 6 p.m. Tuesday, June 22nd Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. So I'll see you on Clubhouse on Tuesday, the 22nd. Enjoy the moon. And if you enjoyed this information and got value out of it, please subscribe and share it with somebody who would also appreciate it. I'll see you on Clubhouse, and I'll see you back here in 2 weeks when we talk about the upcoming new moon. Have a great day.